Yes. I think an important thing that I've learned is that our emotions, they can come and move through us fairly quickly. Like a lot of people in different books and studies say about 90 seconds.
Yep.
And that with some embodiment and some practice, that emotion can move on if that's our choice. But our mood is what we are choosing to hold on to, and the stories we're building up around that emotion. And that can have an even greater impact on the decisions we're making at work and the way we're interacting with other people at work, right?
Yes, our moods predispose us in how we act. And, you said we have a choice about our moods, and we do. That's the key distinction between moods and emotions, but we're not all aware that we have that choice. So our emotions have us, but sometimes we let our moods have us, when in fact we have a choice. We could shift our mood if we wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to talk about some of the different categories of moods?
Definitely. So there's so many different moods and emotions. At the Leader Lab, we kind of divide them, though, into opening moods and closing moods. Opening moods they're curious, and they open us up to more possibility. And closing moods they're protective, and they're fearful, and they're resigned. They limit our future possibilities, and it's harder to cooperate and work when people are in a closing mood.
Exactly. If you think about, as you're going through your day, and let's say you're having a bad day or a bad week or a bad month. We talked about that earlier. If you are resigned that you have no choice in that, or if you have resentment, like everything was going fine for me, and then I saw this person this morning, and now I'm having a bad day. That is choosing to stay in a closing mood, as opposed to recognizing that you've got a choice. Maybe being curious about what is it about this person, that triggers that emotion and sets off this mood in me. That's a way of shifting out of a closing mood and into an opening mood.
Yeah, just that little bit of curiosity. Another key thing that helps us shift in the Leader Lab is Tai Chi, which we'll talk more about that in other episodes. But Tai Chi can be a great way to find a measure of control and calm in your body that can help put you in that place of choice.
Absolutely. So it brings up the connection between emotions and embodiment. So in a previous show, we talked about how we're also all somatic beings. The mind and the body are always connected. And it's helpful to understand that emotions are not just in our thoughts, they're not just in our brain. We're carrying them in our body, and we're carrying those moods in our body. So if you want to learn, first you need the awareness that you have a choice to shift your mood, and then you need to learn to go into your body to shift that mood. And as Amanda mentioned, Tai Chi is a great vehicle for that.
Absolutely. Anything else about moods today?
I think we've hit, kind of the highlights of emotional moods, and just highlighting that while we don't have a choice with emotions, we do have a choice with moods, and learning how to create that awareness and make that choice is a big part of how you show up and lead your life.
Great, Tim. All right, that's about everything we wanted to cover today. Thank you to you, our listeners. Until next time, be well and keep moving.
All clear.